Throw it up. Start twerking like Miley. Oh yeah, twerking like Miley.
Yo, what's up, Tube? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody dropping them comments, dropping the likes, smashing that subscribe button. Today, I want to give a shout out to LINESTAR. LINESTAR, if you don't know, is a daily fantasy app that gives out the best content for your lineup construction in daily fantasy sports, whether it's on FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, or even Fantasy Draft. So basically, I've been with LINESTAR for like I think about 2 years, and I've been on the Twitter with these guys back and forth, getting all kind of information from them. They're so responsive, man, and they definitely have made me a better daily fantasy player. So with that, I'd like to say thank you, LINESTAR. I was actually chopping it up with them the other day, and man, these guys, they sent me a gift. So I'm about to open it up for y'all and see what it is. I already know what it is because they sent it to me. I talked to them, so but this is how I unbox. I told these dudes, I was like, man, you guys are so dope. And because of y'all, man, I'm way better. So I says I need something to help me get my mojo, keep my mojo strong. Look at this. Whoa. look at the cap, man. Look at the fitted cap from LINESTAR. Oh my gosh. Is this not, I mean, is this, look at that, man. Boom. Let's look at the inside, man. This is official. Take a look at that. Zoom in. Get that. Oh my goodness. What a cap, man. Got the little logo on the side. See that logo on the side? What'd that say? Oh, Daily Fantasy Analytics. Can y'all get that? LINESTAR on the side. Thank you, LINESTAR. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. I've been working on daily fantasy sports for about 2 years, and that's when I got on the LINESTAR after trying so many different content sites. You know, I'm not gonna mention too many names. I've tried them; they're so expensive, but I figured I could jump in and get an edge. And I just didn't understand a bunch of the analytics and the algorithms that they were coming out. It was just so difficult for me to understand. So I was basically looking for optimal lineups, you know, me or someone to make a lineup for me, you know. And there's some cool dudes out there too, you know. I'm gonna definitely give it up to my boy Game Changers out there, man. I mean, Game Changers is a dope group that I've been rocking with from day one, man. This they put me on, and my boy P, man, give him big props. But that's one of the guys I'm still rocking with today, you know. But he's definitely, his group has definitely made me a better player. And as far as my own research, after I tried everybody, spent so much money, and I landed on LINESTAR. LINESTAR wasn't as big as they are now with the content, but now the content is just ridiculous. And man, I love it. I recommend it to everybody. So I'm gonna give you all a little glimpse of what LINESTAR is looking like. So basically, when I start, you know, I look at LINESTAR every morning, every night before I even go to bed, and during the middle of the day for updates. As you can see, is DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, and Fantasy Draft. They got the projections for today. They gave me one today that I really liked, and it was in their article now that they have. They also do articles for NBA. You know what I mean? They're the daily LINESTAR, I believe, is a daily dribble. When I seen that, I was like, oh my goodness. So that's when I had to actually hit them on Twitter and say, man, that's dope. I appreciate that, man. When they give out their daily article, and it's dope. It's dope. Oh my God, I love this site, man. They got some news. I mean, I don't know what they have right now. Okay, so Yeah, they got some stuff like this right here about today's games and the tweets. Oh, speaking of the tweets, let me get into that. I actually don't see it on my thing right here, but it's usually down here in the side right here. Maybe I have to reload or refresh. Oh, there you go. Boom, look at that. They got the Twitter feeds, their own Twitter feeds, let you know who's on, who's out, who's in. Uh, Updated, I believe, upon the every 5 minutes or so. If not, on the minute, NBA beat writers, they're already plugged in, so you don't got to fill your Twitter up with a bunch of beat writers and have to keep worrying about it. You come to this site and it's on. Uh, my favorite part of this is the daily matchup. It kind of gives you a little look. I'll give you a quick look. I mean, you got to go to the site and take a look at it yourself. But here's the thing that I know is it. When I seen that this really works, I was like, oh my God, this is serious. So if you look at the daily matchup, one of the top point guards tomorrow is Dinwiddie going against Minnesota. And if you look at Minnesota's been giving up their last 5 games, some good points, to the likes of Curry, Damian Lillard. Teodosic was okay. 29 is not bad for Teodosic anyway. Lowry and Chris Paul, and tomorrow Dinwiddie. So I will put Dinwiddie in the lap of Teodosic. But I remember Brooklyn used to be the trashiest at the point guards. But playing daily fantasy, playing daily fantasy, that Brooklyn has tightened up at the guard position on the defensive end. I don't know where it came from, but it happens. But if you go here, click on the reserves, for cheaper options, you'll see that Brooklyn is one of the worst at the point guard position. So it goes that through point guard, shooting guard, small forward, center. You can pick your slate. All teams are just whatever team you want. The ownership is another option that they give, and this just gives you the ownership of, giving you the option to kind of like have the edge as far as picking a lower owned player that will do damage. And I'm gonna give y'all what I saw today on LINESTAR. They popped out Valanciunas, they popped out Howard, and they said Valanciunas, is one of the top centers at this position today. And I'm like, Valanciunas. Now, I used to be a person that watches the game log of the players, and that kind of threw me off all the time. But looking at the matchups and Valanciunas' minutes and watching a little bit of the games and keeping up a little bit, I figured, Valanciunas could go off. He could get a 40 burger in 20-something minutes because he's averaging about 24 minutes, which they show on LINESTAR. And then Howard, the news that Howard mentioned that he wanted to kill the Hawks, revenge game. So basically, with that information, I wanted to save a little bit of money in my lineup. So I went with Valanciunas. And look what he did. The dude popped up 60 on fantasy points. And Howard did the same thing. He did 60 fantasy points as well. But Valanciunas was less than half of Howard. So guess what that did for my lineup? Anyhow, they got PGA, NHL, NFL. The usage matrix, which also gives you, projection of how much usage a player will get with some injuries, kind of like, let's say, Lonzo Ball. And you can go to the Lakers, pick up the Lakers and then take Lonzo Ball off the court and whatnot, and then see who gets the most usage. And with LA, still you got to do your own homework as well, because you don't know what Luke Walton's going to do with the rotation. But anyhow, PGA, like I said, NFL, of course, is about to be done with. This stuff is dope. In the morning, what they usually do, I know what they do is, as soon as I wake up, I look at my projections, and they have their LINESTAR Daily Dribble, which is their article, which is by far the dopest article I've come across. I'm just going to say it hands down. This place is dope, man. LINESTAR, I advise you guys to get into it. If you play daily fantasy sports, you got to get some of this LINESTAR in your life. The pricing, stupid. $3.99 per week. Okay, you're going to make that back, no problem. $9.99 per month. $69.99 per year. This is what I do. $69.99 per year. I already made that back. We're not going to talk about what I made. I'm sure everybody makes a little something, you lose a little something, but definitely, I'm not paying nobody else, $250 to be part of your site when I can do the same thing you're doing. And with these tools, I use this with ESPN, NBA.com, all free sites paired with a small purchase of All-Star, LINESTAR. So, hey, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Hit LINESTAR up. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, man, get grinding, because I'm about to get on the grind.